conversation? All good. I love this waterfall though. We need to go find.
So the whole point of no strip.
Alright, so that is
Mm-hmm.
recorded there. Okay.
Okay, I can start with you. You want if your head in my lap or you
Because
lay
then we
back?
would have to move all this stuff.
That's
in.
not a problem because just choose which one do you want. Because like I said, I'm doing no strip and I am doing under eye mask.
No stripping under eye mask. Yeah,
So
sure.
if you want that, yeah. So yeah, pretty much just like what do you want on your face. I know for me, I'm doing black tea and charcoal because put moisturizer back on.
Because I know I got the herb ones upstairs, and they're not a kombucha.
Oh, the hemp. You talking about hemp?
Like I said, herb. Yeah, the hemp.
Yeah, I grabbed that. Oh,
herb. But yeah, like you said.
and then this is like goji berry, avocado, and turmeric. So pretty much, I'm gonna cleanse your face.
Okay.
So yeah. So pretty much just wet your brush, at the bathroom real quick, and I just will cleanse your face.
That's why I was trying to move some of this stuff. Yeah, it's all good.
Okay. Oh, definitely, you have to scoot down.
I'll scoot down.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're tall.
My bad.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, all good.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I know that's gonna be cold. It's all good though.
My bad.
Batteries? Does your battery sit?
Yeah, it comes on.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, mine doesn't. So I just thought yours was dead like mine.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm just over here thinking like, I have to pack. I'm just gonna pack for a week. And the 4-hour flight is not even the problem. Honestly, the problem for me is trying to figure out what I'm about to do for 2 weeks. Like I said, I'm gonna pack for a week and then just watch the stuff and just repeat.
Yeah.
Essentially trying to figure out what to do each day because yes, I do want it to be like a spiritual retreat. I want to think about a few things about myself, childhood, our relationship. Yeah, just I don't know. It's a way for me to detox, and I guess just to let my emotions run freely without any distractions. Let my thoughts flow.
I mean, I always talk about that, like being able to get somewhere and just go sit and be free and kind of be out there almost like a monk going to a temple and then kind of close off from everything.
I'm a rinse off.
But yeah,
Yeah.
being able to just get away, get your woosah on.
Yeah. I'm trying my best not to psych myself out, not to overthink it, because it's like, I don't know, because I feel like I always put a little bit of knowledge and wisdom in it. Teach a few things. I do want to be about me, get my head clear, open myself up, because I'm definitely very closed off. Like, I know my mentor, Gogo, was saying how, like, I'm very, like, my root chakra needs to be worked on. I need to ground myself. I need to work on letting go any type of childhood traumas. Trying to think. But also just, like, having my channel, my subscribers, followers on TikTok, subscribers on YouTube, have them like get to know me because I know I just post videos and stuff, but I don't think they really know what I'm. What am I all about?
Who are you outside of the spiritual, and kind of how do you go about things day to day?
Because
see behind the scenes of it.
The spirituality is not my personality. It's not my only thing. I'm very multifaceted. I'm more than just a psychic medium.
Yeah.
I'm a mother. I'm a fiance. I can very crafty. I'm a venturer.
All right, about to start getting some more stamps on that passport. This is the fresh new one, so.
Right.
Man.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like nervous because I don't know what to expect. Because it's like, I don't know what's my spiritual team. It feels like if I'm in a really good high vibrational like area, or if I notice it when I get really, really calm, that's when they make their presence known. And I'm just like not sure like what's gonna happen. Like they're gonna appear and be like a drill sergeant, like, hey, wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., get yourself together. Because I told you my biggest concern is like burnout. I don't want to burn myself out.
Mm-hmm.
I want to pace myself. I need to pretty much live in the moment, because that's the whole point of my journey, is to finally live the life I want to live, since I really...
And figuring out what that looks like too, because
Yeah.
that's the point too. I mean, I kind of see this whole 2 weeks, journey, and of course, the focus is being able to dial into your spiritual journey and what life looks like, going forward, and kind of being able to ground yourself and kind of get recharged, but be able to, like you said, be able to be in that moment, enjoy everything.
I think it's deeper than that. I think it's more so I need to start trusting my decisions. I need to start trusting my gut, and trusting my intuition.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's kind of what they want me to start doing, is to stop doubting myself, stop second guessing. That's the whole reason why they're like, listen, this trip is just for me to relax and stop overthinking. And I feel like the more and more I trust my gut, the more I just stop second guessing, the less I'll have to do grand gestures like going on a trip for 2 weeks to clear my head, because I will learn how to clear my head when I'm around you and Giannis,
And just in life in general, on a day-to-day aspect.
Because I really do need a reset. I definitely need a reset. I was hoping it would stick, but hey, it is what it is.
I mean, it's kind of sticking. I definitely felt it. I thought you were putting gel on for a second. I was like, what's going on here?
It's a gel eye mask.
Yeah.
You have really great skin. I think it's
Thank you.
I guess it's just moisturized, like you said. You chose the one that says nourishing.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm on the right.
I definitely need that, especially when I be out here
Mm-hmm.
in the sun without that sunscreen on sometimes.
Yeah, you need to start wearing sunscreen.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I guess kind of branch out.
How to use cleanse face with soap, warm water, remove the clear film from the back of the strip. Oh, moisten the top of the strip of water and let dry for 20 minutes. Oh. Okay.
I mean, not the instructions.
Probably the smooth side. Okay, I know exactly what they're talking about. I'm gonna wait though, because your nose is covered with the eye thing. But I just realized it's all good, because that's exactly why we have the cloths to wet it. You work really well, like long distance, because you were on your internship. I was still trying to finish summer school.
Yeah. Plus, I was just jumping locations, because I went from Austin, Texas to Minnesota, back to Minnesota to North Carolina, then to North Carolina to Atlanta. Like, it was just a lot of hopping around, but it was definitely pretty cool, because we had a lot of stuff that we could accomplish. We could like focus our energy on. Yeah.
But I guess that's what I was getting at when I was like, damn, we really work really well long distance, and I realized that we're two very strong personalities, and we really need our me time.
Yeah. That recharging, that kind of getting back grounded, getting back balanced. Yeah, I agree.
Because like the relationship was like boom, 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 and I was going through a lot. I was going through the spiritual awakening. I was realizing I need to speak up for myself. I need to put my foot down. I need to find my voice, and I need to stop being treated like a kid. Because it's like with my family members, their fear, anxiety, the doubt that they have, anxiety surrounding them, they project that on me. And that took a long time to like finally
piece it together and
let go of that, and finally just be like, no, I need to start trusting myself. I realized I definitely was on a good pace, but I definitely fell off of that, and that's where we were butting heads. But I think we're butting heads because it's like we weren't doing what we need to do for ourselves. We show patterns of, okay, we're good. We go off, you go work out. I go upstairs, meditate. If it was like, I truly feel like we still need those times to be like a breath of fresh air. Because
our time, me time, yeah. Just separated from everything, just being able to get away, unplug, just kind of kick our feet up and just do whatever we want to. Just sitting in nothingness.
But I think what I was realizing for myself is, how do I put it? I guess it's like, I think speaking for myself, I like to distract myself with things without realizing I'm distracting myself, like from my progress. Meaning like, I'm like, okay, if things are going good with me and you, that means I've accomplished what I need to accomplish. And it's like, no, I still have work to do. I still have things I need to like move on from, things I need to let go. I'm thinking like, okay, things are, going great. You know, I don't need to keep moving, keep searching for, like, I guess, how do I put it on me? Like,
well, I mean, it sounds like you're trying to say, like, in a way, do you think you become complacent when things are going good? You don't think you need to move with a sense of urgency or foot to the fire?
It's like, don't get me wrong, I'm moving.
Yeah, but
I'm not moving
with a sense of urgency, like, you know.
But it's like, how do I put it? It's like hitting a target. I'm hitting the target, but I'm not hitting a bullseye.
I got you.
Because and then one thing I realized about my people, how they get my attention is through you. You know, you're moody, I'm moody, things will just shake up. Because one thing I realized with my people, they were like, they know I get distracted very, very easily.
Mm-hmm.
My spiritual team know me so well. Oh, I think this should have been more wet, but it's all good. So once I wet your nose, I'm gonna start on my face.
I got you.
Not that.
Oh, you're fine. Sorry, what were you saying?
How do I put this? Okay, so you know, society says. I don't know. Society says, yeah, a woman's supposed to be with a man or whatever,
mm-hmm.
and she should aspire to be a wife and a mom.
Mm-hmm. Got the family, white picket fence.
It's additional. It's added bonus if she got her degree,
mm-hmm.
she got her own job, blah blah, blah 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 blah. Yeah. That's the key to happiness. And then I always knew for me, that wasn't really my key to happiness.
Yeah.
But I was ignoring it because it's like I met you, and then we had Giannis. I was like, you know, I should be satisfied. I should be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Whole time it was like, you know, there's a whole plan, a whole journey set out for me, and I'm ignoring it. Not really ignoring it, but assuming like this is enough, you know, because guess what? I'm still meditating.
Yeah.
I'm still going to the river. I'm still doing what I need to do while also being a mother and, you know, having being there with my partner. It should be enough. But I realized it was enough because, you know, I required a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
Society says that's what a woman should want. You know,
but is that what you want? Exactly. Yeah, I mean, of course, because that was one of the things too. I mean, we talk about being multifaceted. I mean, earlier, we talk about like, you know, being a fiance, you know, having a child, you know, being able to build.
I have my responsibility.
You know, those are part of who you are, but those are not. Those things don't define you. You know, you're not put in that realm to say like you can't want more for yourself. You can't have goals. You can't one day wake up and say, hey, you aspire to do something different than what you've been doing. You know, and that's fine. Because you can have that, but then also be able to have, you know, your goals and being able to take a look in the mirror and say, okay, what's next? Or is this enough for me right now? I mean, is there something else that you want to set out for yourself? You know,
because you know what I just thought about as you were talking. I was thinking like, I almost lost it, but I was thinking like, it's not even like I was unhappy. It was like more so like I felt like something was missing.
Yeah, like a
because
like a
it was
void,
like I just said, what I do, I still make soap to the household. I make my oils. I have my mixture that I do to cleanse.
Incense,
and I make incense, you know, all that stuff. I go to the river. I pass upstairs. I pray to God. You know, I have my routines and rituals, but it was just like, I don't know. It was just like, you know, that was something that was fulfilling my spiritual side, but I wasn't really acknowledging my flesh. Me and like my mentor was like, you know, she was just like, oh, I did not know that you fast. And like, it's not like I'm fasting on purpose. It's just like, I truly don't feel like the need to eat. And she was like, that sounds like that sounds like, she was like, it sounds like you're really off balance. You're leaning towards spiritual than your flesh. You gotta remember you're human. You need to eat, you need to exercise, you need to drink water, you need to sleep. You need to also learn to let go of the things that's still holding you hostage. So it was like, okay, I need to, so she's like, the more you don't eat, the more you lean to spiritual, you become a spirit. I mean, like, I just will die.
And just go ahead and transition over, because you're not giving what you need.
But I was,
the flesh.
I'm empty, like she said. She's like, I'm just an empty hole. And it's true. My flesh has not been tended to. I haven't gave myself what I need. That it needs, you know, whatever that is. But it's like, it's for me to figure that out, you know.
And that can change. I mean, over time, that can change. You know, my hope for you is that you're able to find the answers to questions that you had going into this trip, and you're also able to discover something that you didn't even know or expected to discover.
And that's what scares me, because I'm just like, ooh, the unknown and making a big revelation discovery. I'm like, ooh.
It's like, man, you didn't even know you were going to tap into that, or you didn't even know you were going to, you know.
I was afraid of my own power in a way.
But it's not that we don't fear that we can't do something, it's that we fear that we can do it and that we're fearful of our own powers, like you just explained. Like we're fearful of things that we can do. Yeah, and be able to, what does that look like?
And imagine, like, I think that's why I was like, it came back from South Africa in 2021. Like, dang, what next? I feel like I was like, that was the peak. Yeah. That was a height.
That was the highlight of that year, though. Yeah.
Of that year, whole time, my team, special team was like, hold on to your hat, like, like you haven't seen nothing yet.
Yeah.
So,
I can sit up.
Oh yeah, you can definitely.
I've just been laying here with my eyes closed.
You're fine.
I'll definitely look at you. I know you want to get your face.
No, you look relaxed.
Yeah, all right. Just laid out.
I can definitely do my face.
Oh yeah, get my nose.
I had to wet it so it can stick.
Got something going on now.
No. Do you want to wet mine real quick?
Yeah, I got you. No problem.
What was I saying? Sorry. What just do?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Because it's just to clean my face off once I soap it up. Go ahead. Good. What's up?
But I will be interested to see as you do come back.
Yeah.
And because I know how we do. We have conversations in the car. We have conversations, FaceTiming. We have a lot of conversations. But I am curious to see when you do come back. Of course, we'll talk as you're there, but also when you do get back here and you're able to kind of look at everything in totality over the whole course of the 2 weeks to say, this is what you discovered. This is what you learned about yourself. This is what you were able to tap into. Maybe it was a connection that was made with your ancestors or your people, and they may have revealed something to you.
Yeah.
I mean, because keep in mind,
I think that's what brings the anxiety is that the expectations. Now, I tell you how they be. Now that you know what you know,
it's like, all right, what you gonna do with that information?
You can't go back.
You can't go back.
You can't go back. And I'm just like, whatever they tell me, it's like, hey,
and then life
this is it.
Yeah,
this is who you are. We've revealed to you who you are. You know who you are. And you know what you're capable of. Like, start acting like it. But yeah, go ahead.
Nah, I mean, ain't no going back from that. Ain't going back to the matrix to be able to say, oh no, you can go back to it. Because before, when you didn't know it, it's not like you were like purposely like ignoring it.
That's exactly what psyched myself out. I was just like, la-di-da-di-da. I'm doing what I need to, I'm doing what feels right. Until I hit something going to South Africa, that's when something switched on. It was like, oh, it's go time. It's not playtime no more. Like, you did exactly what you're supposed to do. And it's like, that's the fun. The fun left. Like, the fun, the curiosity left. And I think that's why they're like, go on this retreat just to relax and go to sleep. Stop psyching yourself out because, like, I need the fun to come back. There are less blockages in life because it's like the fun is not there. I'm overexerting myself. I'm stressed out. It's like, if you're doing that, then it's like,
what was the purpose of this?
Why proceed? Yeah. Why put yourself through that?
Because now it's almost like you're looking at like a burden. Yeah, like a duty. I was just about to say that.
And it makes me not want to do it. And it's like, they don't want me to not do it.
Hey, let's get you right, though.
I'm just trying to find.
What's it on?
Found it. It's just to cleanse like any other dirt, any leftover like dirt and grime. It's a toner.
Oh yeah, can I get you?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do this. You get to lay your head back.
Hell no. I'm sorry. I mean, not laid back. Sorry, not with this big clip in the back of my head.
I see what you're saying. You just got your hair did. Okay.
No, the clip hurts.
Oh, you wanna? I mean, we can do it like where the space in the middle.
It's fine. Like, you just do it in my face like this.
I got you.
Yeah. I just had you lay back because it was easy for me.
I got you. Close your eyes.
Well.
Pretty clean face. It's brown. Okay, I see.
It's like dirt, grime, and stuff like that.
Yeah. It smells. Don't really smell like
rose water.
Yeah. Not like much going on. Is that good?
Oh yeah. So
got a little something
it's
there.
my chin.
Yeah.
Because the places I probably didn't hit.
Yeah, because I got under your chin. Yeah, so it probably more than like it came from
it's
your
the chin.
Yeah, it's all good though.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
Nose strip was.
I thought a nose strip was just where you just apply it on your nose, you wet it, and then you just like slowly peel it off.
Well,
yeah, rip it off
you can
though.
peel, but I'm saying you're gonna want to go fast.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yours is over here. I just it'll be trash.
Because I touched it, I was like, man, it got hard. Wait a minute, what's going on? I thought it was like.
Oh, this is for the eyes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the nose strip. Yeah, it got hard.
Nose strip. Yeah, definitely will get hard.
Looks okay.
So it just stay here.
See, yeah, your junk definitely like not tucked. My junk tucked in.
Yeah, you have tucked in eyes. It's fine.
Yeah, that's all good though.
It's to protect your eyes.
On God, we accept it. It's gonna be crazy.
But
Little girl got it.
one thing I realized about our relationship and just about life in general, I'm supposed to stop being so serious. Like, relationship can't be serious.
Why so serious?
Like, everything needs to be fun and playful and lighthearted.
In the moment, being able to take a walk or just being able to just breathe, man.
Well, it's about, I think it's just about like how Gogo says, my power comes from my sacral, which is about creativity, confidence, like, what's that word? Self-esteem.
Yeah.
So I need to kind of harness, or just, what's that? Not harness the energy, but I need to just kind of like lean into that, because
Tap into it more.
Tap into it, because I feel like the more I am carefree, curious, creative, the more I heal that childhood side of me that felt like I had to be stunted, I had to be quiet, I had to be
Not
seen,
yourself.
I had to be seen, not heard.
Kind of dim your light. Yeah.
I had to awaken what was like put away. So
kind of give it like a ignite, tapping into the feminine energy, being able to tap into that, because we're made up of masculine and feminine. So exactly. So the fact that being able to tap into that more feminine, that more creative, because that feminine energy at its core is creativity. Being able to tap into that, being able to be. I remember I read that article online where it was talking about like how males can tap into their feminine energy, and it consists of the creativity and not more so the logical. We're more logical. We like to do things, A, B, C, as opposed to, you all are more nature, more attuned, creative. You all are more creative.
Yeah, the world around us more attuned to everything. Yeah.
So when we're being able to find that balance between that masculine and that feminine energy, and be able to have that, because we're off balance. You can see it, like you said, for yourself, being able to not be creative, just being too serious,
moody.
Yeah, not being
all
able
that,
to
coming for each other's heads. Very irritable. I know me. I get very vulnerable. It's not vulnerable. I get sensitive.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm being attacked, because I think I'm just like a caged animal. Just feeling like
I can say
just,
one thing,
just
bro. You just
over.
hear me, boy, and
same thing with you.
I know. Oh God, yeah. Like, what's it?
Like, dang, do you want a sandwich? Sandwich?
You had your nap today? Like, nah.
Boy.
But nah, yeah, that's serious though. I mean, I think that's the thing too, being able for you to be in a different environment, while also being able to be away instead of being here where you can be easily.
I'm distracted.
Yeah, you can access.
But it's not even just y'all's fault. I just lose myself into y'all, because I'm just, I don't think about myself. And it's like, it's strange to say, because I feel like I'm like, oh, I do self-care, but it's like, I need more than that.
You need more me time outside of just something
that's
routine based.
Routine. I think I just need to breathe, and I truly believe that's the theme of my life in this. We call it like this journey, because it's in stages. Like whatever stage I'm at now. This stage is titled like living life, like finally trying to live life. I know people be like, oh, we should learn how to forgive and forget. No, mine is like, I just need to live.
Yeah.
Whatever happened in the past has happened.
You can't change it, yeah.
I can't change
but
it.
You can't process it.
Have I forgiven them? I don't know. I don't care. Will I forget? Probably not. But I feel like I just don't want my whole identity be healing, forgiving, forgetting. I'm going to heal until the day I die. For right now, I just want to just live and just be more lighthearted and childlike, wonder, fun.
More joyous, more in the moment.
Because you can really F yourself up when you just focus on healing, always correcting and fixing yourself. You feel like you're just always a project, a broken toy.
And then I feel like with having that mindset of always feeling like you need to fix yourself, it's almost saying like yes, we can acknowledge that we're broken, but we look at ourselves, do we deem ourselves worthy when we look at ourselves?
I guess
broken?
Being too harsh on ourselves.
Exactly. We don't extend ourselves grace. We're too hard on ourselves. We have to be routine. We have to do things A, B, C, because if we deviate from that, we're deemed ourselves not worthy. I guess like the perfectionism.
Perfectionism.
Yeah.
Or perfectionist. Yeah.
Perfectionist, always trying to make sure we perfect ourselves, always trying to make sure we put our best foot forward, always trying to make sure we're healed and everything like that.
We show our mask or shield first.
We have to sometimes, let down. We have to sometimes say, hey, look, we're allowed to make mistakes. As long as they're not at the harming of someone else and other people, of course,
Well, there's nothing wrong. First off, like, there's nothing wrong with making mistakes, because I told you how I was raised. I was raised to always check in. I could not make a decision without checking in. They have to know what I'm up to or what I'm thinking so they can tell me what to do. I felt like I wasn't capable of making decisions. I felt like I was an F up. Like I couldn't, think for myself. I can't even make any, I couldn't do anything.
No room for error.
No room for error.
Yeah.
So I think that's because I was raised with fear and anxiety. Now moving forward, I just want to make a bunch of mistakes. Like I guess I don't want to make a bunch of mistakes.
Like you're actively,
I now want to make choices. I want to see what will happen if I go off.
To be able to just do something in the spur of the moment.
And I think I need to do more of that. That's in the realms of like.
It's not so constructive.
It's not.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to do something that's solely off the wall.
I mean, you're not.
I want to do something that's a little bit
yeah.
of control. I need a little bit of balance of like being like, okay, spontaneous yet controlled. But I truly feel like I need to start doing those things because I feel like I'm trying to think, how will this turn out instead of just doing it
Exactly.
and seeing how it turns out.
Because maybe that's just a part of the process, you know. Maybe it's just about just being able to do it. I mean, of course, you're going to have your things that you do, like doing your research. Like with this trip, you gathered everything, you planned everything out. We've talked,
Right.
you know, and you have kind of your set itinerary of things that you would like to get done, as well as things that you can just do in the spur of the moment. I mean, that's just sometimes how it is. Sometimes it's just maybe you just go and say, hey, okay, I got all that done, but now let's just go have fun. Let's go just do it, you know. You go do it, yeah.
Because they say even relaxing is doing something. Even doing nothing is doing something.
That whole notion, oh, you're not doing nothing, you're not being, you know, progressive, you're not productive. We want to enjoy it. We love food. Everywhere we go, we always eating good. We travel places, we go, you know.
But I want our lives to be a never-ending that. And I'm tired of like people making me feel like it's impossible. Like
those only reserved for vacation times and stuff like that, or 1 week out of a whole year. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm just like, no, forget that. Every day's gonna be like full and wholesome, and I'm not accepting anything less. I guess because I've always accepted less, hoping that, you know, people will applaud me for my loyalty and my dedication and accepting less. You know, maybe I'll be rewarded one day for accepting less because they'll recognize what I'm, you know, what I'm willing to do at my expense. And no, I'm done. I'm done with that, man. I'm done. I just want to give it to myself because I realize I'm never going to get it from anyone else. I'm going to have to give it to myself. So
that's where you're supposed to. I mean, you know, you're supposed to be able to have that freedom to be able to do that energy. You're supposed to have the energy because the fact you can come from, let's say, a 9 to 5 and then you don't even have any energy to give back to yourself at the end of the day to recharge.
Like family balance.
Yeah, you come home, you just go to bed. You know, you drain. You know, or you're working you're up at odd hours and stuff like that. Not you personally, but just how it just seems to be.
Well, in a way, I was because it was like I was trying to honor my routine, and I was also trying to work, and I was also trying to take care of responsibility here while being present. It just it was too much. I need to cut out all the distractions.
Can't work, 8 straight hours,
right?
Demanding hours.
The job is supposed to take care of everything.
This whole notion of you got to work hard, you got to get 2 jobs, you got to do all these extras. It's just like, man, all this extra stuff is just like, come on, now you're just adding more stepping stones or more obstacles to put it into the way. It's just like, it's unnecessary. So
now you have that time to be able to process any and everything. You have that time to relax. Whatever you want to do in that moment, you have time now to process it. So that way, now you can see, okay, now what does it look like going forward? How can we move forward? How can you move forward as an individual? How can we move forward as a couple? How can we move forward as a family?
Yeah, because it's like, I'm actually curious because, for me, this is my longest relationship, an actual relationship. To me, it is something I, for once, really took seriously, and I actually can say, I care about you, I do love you, and I want to be with you, for however long we're still on Earth. And that just, that's a lot for me. Being in a relationship with someone I really want to spend my life with, I have to not psych myself out. Or also I need to, in a way, like, I guess, know how to act with being with someone for years. Like, not how to act, but like, what does this mean being with someone for 4 years?
After a while, it becomes like, it's just, I don't think we think about it. Like, you look up, like you said, it's 4 years now.
I wonder if, like, we have to, because I'm over here thinking,
of course,
like, what happens if I grow? What happens if you don't? What happens if I don't and you grow? What happens if our relationship doesn't grow? Like, it's progress. Like, what it's a bunch of what ifs. Like, where am I at and where are you at? Are we on the same page?
Yeah. No, I got you. Those constant check-ins too as well. I mean, because I think the thing is, when we talk about being with each other for a lifetime, I think a lot of people, maybe I'm overspeaking, but I think people tend to focus on the totality of everything, and they look at it, and then you end up psyching yourself out because you're like, well, what does a lifetime mean? Is that another 70 years? Is it 40? How does that look?
Right.
As opposed to being able to take things day by day, be in the moment, be in that day, and Lord.
No,
That's not that bad. You wanna give me?
I don't think it was sticky enough.
Oh, my shit's sticky. Oh man.
Dang, I didn't.
My jaw, like, I can't even lift it off my nose. I'm gonna let you
I
get me.
got a little bit. Yes, I got a little bit. Okay, I got it.
I'm not
I got
happy
it.
over
I
that.
was upset because I was like, dang.
Oh yeah, I can see it on
See?
there.
Okay, come here.
Oh god, yeah. You gonna enjoy this.
Come here.
Ew. Now you got to lean to me.
Okay.
Sorry. I'll come to you.
Mm.
Bitch, I know.
Oh yeah, because yours is on.
Just rip that. Oh yeah, okay, that's not that bad. That's not that bad at all. Okay, that's not that
I
bad.
only got a little bit. Make your little nose.
Phil, I'm dead. I told you how to mold my nose.
Maybe your nose.
I'm dead. You do have my nose. You show this camera.
Yeah, mine need to stay longer because it does not have the shape of my nose.
Dang, my
But
jump
no,
button.
but it still got a lot. So
Dang, plump, bro.
because
Oh yeah, it looks fine. Yeah, it looks red right there where the areas was though.
yeah, no more blackheads. Yeah, I think I still have them on the tip.
I was gonna say yeah, just right there on the tip.
So next time I'll put it lower.
Got you. Too much, and it's just like, dang, y'all, are we even going outside? Are we touching grass? Like, are we enjoying each other? Are we enjoying ourselves? Like, think about it, because what's going to happen is, which we know it to be true, a lot of us are going to look up and how people are romanticizing and we're trying to, you know, stay back in the old mindset of how things were in the past. We're going to look up and people are going to be like, dang, I wasted my 20s. I wasted my 30s because I was too busy focusing on how life was before.
Or they realize, speaking as an American here, you know, it's like they realize, damn, they got scammed because it's like we're told we're supposed to wait till like 50s, 60s, 70s to retire. Whole time it's like, why would you wait till like you're closer to death to want to enjoy life and retire?
You got more life.
You got scammed, like, you know.
That's the biggest scam because if you look at it, majority of people who make the most money here are older. Within that retirement age, so it's just like we gotta wait until 65. Hey, and right now it's not even possible to do that unless you.
I know they keep working. Our senior citizens are still working. That's such a scam, and like y'all can't tell me like I'm crazy, bro. That just doesn't sound. I just feel like a bunch of things that Americans like make us Americans make normal. It shouldn't be normal.
Oh, yeah.
Like dodging bullets to go to the grocery store. Simply like knowing that, you know, you're playing Russian roulette with your life if you get pulled over by a cop. And then the fact that like you're there's really no benefits to working. You're working in a like you're constantly in a hamster wheel of just working, hoping to get, you know.
Yeah, shit, you can get fired on the spot. That's the thing. These companies, you can sit here and work, you can sit here and grind, and then you still. I think the thing is, we do all this hard work, we put all this energy towards trying to accomplish a goal, just to realize we nowhere near close to that goal. And even then, if we reach that goal or obtain it, it can be taken away just like that. So the goal for being a homeowner, you can become a homeowner, and then it can be taken just like that. So it's just like you put in all that work just for it to be gone just like that. That's a possibility that can happen through a housing crisis, HOA problems, whatever. Things can happen. Debt, you can mess around and miss one mortgage payment or a few mortgage payments, fall on hard times. And it's just like, it's gone. So it's just like, dang, like, not something that we can obtain. That's not something that's for us. Like, you know, of course you see more people like right now getting passports and stuff like that. But at some point, some people do think like, I mean, even growing up like myself, we did passport for what? What do you need a passport for?
Right.
Like, I'm not leaving the country.
That's by design. They let you know there's nothing out there. Everything is here. Everything you want is here.
Want to know why wouldn't you want to know more? You know what I'm saying? It's already here. Like, why would you want to know about, like you said, previous, you know, cultures, previous.
Yeah, because I guess what I was getting at is like you have to recognize that there's other societies that played that helped get to where we are now.
Yeah.
You know, know our history, know that we wouldn't have this if it wasn't for Native Americans, you know, X, Y, Z.
Like even within our own lineages, you know, being able to say, okay, where is this derived from? Getting to the root of something. I mean, being able to experience that to say, okay, you know, how do you guys go about your everyday life? Like, because I think the thing is, as we live and breathe here in this country, we tend to think that things are different elsewhere. And you start to realize when you start to experience different cultures, you realize, oh yeah, y'all kind of do the same thing. We just call it a different name. Like,
and they're more at ease.
Yeah. Everybody got a dumpling, you know, different types of dumplings across the world. They just may call it something different, you know. It's just crazy to see.
I think like I told you, my driving force, what I'm running away from is like what has been plaguing my family for centuries. Fear, anxiety, doubt, you know. Low self-esteem, all that low confidence, like that has been plaguing them for centuries. It's just like I just want to just stop it with me. I just want to stop the cycle. Like, it's so evident, like no one listens to each other. No one really cares to take anybody's feelings, emotions into consideration.
Yep.
It's
they
individual.
think
Yep.
it's like, well, I experienced this, so it should be just like that for you. And it's just like, I will never do that to my son.
Well,
He let me know how he feels.
Has a voice of his own to articulate
And I'm
that.
like, okay,
Yep.
even though this doesn't bother me, this bothers Giannis, so I'm not gonna put Giannis through it because, oh well, I went through it and I'm okay. Like, am I really okay?
I survived. Yeah, and it's just like,
Like,
yeah,
surviving is
even with
not
that
okay.
mindset, yeah, that mindset is not okay. Yeah,
And I don't know. I'm the type of person, I'm very extreme. I'm gonna take it a step further. Yes, I'm gonna make sure I'm not repeating the same mistakes as my parents and my parent, and their parents that they done to them.
generations before. Yeah.
Generations before. I'm gonna take a step further and just leave this country because it's just like, maybe it's the environment. This is a bunch of spilled blood of our ancestors on this land, a bunch of things that were done to us, really bad harm, things that just can never be forgiven. And it's just like, it's in our DNA, that pain, that trauma, and just like it's something
there.
that just is there.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you came and talk to someone, let them know like, hey, you're hurting, you're in pain.
Or you're played out to, you've been made out to look like you're crazy. Or even though we can point out the big elephant in the room of how chaotic it is right now, or how chaotic it has been, then it's like, oh, once you point it out, it's like, oh, what elephant? Like, what are you talking about? Even though we all acknowledge there was an
I
elephant
think
at
it's
one
because
point.
they're getting by. They're like, well, if I'm getting by,
You should too.
obviously it's working.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just a thorn in your
You can tell,
your
it's
paw.
like, you can see the cracks though. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you can see it. You may want to act like it's not there, but it's in the way they walk, the way they talk. You could be just saying something like, oh, I'm so excited to do XYZ. You can see the expression on their face, like they want to be happy for you, but in a way they're kind of like hoping you don't succeed because they had a dream so similar like yours, and they're hoping, your dreams are crushed too. It's like, dang, no one wants to be happy for me. Everybody wants to see me fall flat on my face because they're trying to tell me, oh, it's not gonna work out. And they're like, okay, well, since I told her it's not gonna work out, I'll make sure it doesn't work out for her. And it's just like, well, you should want me to succeed. You shouldn't just want me to fail because you want to be right. It's just exhausting.
Other people may project that onto you, or may not be able to see.
Huge projection.
Yeah, be able to see it for themselves, the vision that you have for yourself, or the goals that you have for yourself. How, are we then turning around doing and saying the same things that people said to us that may deter us, or may cause us to be like, you know what, maybe we should do that, maybe we should second guess something. It's just like, dang, then we end up, like you said, like just talking down on ourselves, doubting ourselves, second guessing ourselves.
Talking ourselves out of a good thing.
And it's just like, dang,
and it's like, it's a cycle, like, because they did it to themselves, they're looking at me to do the exact same thing. And then because they're the adults, well, I told you shouldn't go because it's dangerous. And it's just like, okay, that's your suggestion.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean I'm going to take into consideration what you said, but I'm not going to.
It's your choice at the end of the day.
It's still my choice. And I think people need to understand I'm not 7.
Yeah.
That's the problem with my family members on both sides. They still see me as like a 7-year-old, like a little kid. I'm a grown adult. And possibly part of me kind of feels like maybe it's because they feel like they missed out on getting to know me. So they want to stunt my growth. But it's like, it's not my problem. But I just don't want the fear, anxiety, no more projections, and the fact that I realize that no one's rooting for me. It's like, what's the point of being here if no one's really rooting for me? Everybody wants to be right. They want to see me fall flat because I'm like, okay, I tell them I'm better off alone. So they're like, they want me to fail just to be right. Not it's like, you should want me to succeed because you care about me, but you're showing me you'd rather be right instead of have a relationship or show that you care, show support. It's like, if y'all want that to be more important, it's just like, then what am I doing here?
Yeah.
I'm just surrounded by people who want me to fail. It's like, it's just annoying.
Yeah, and I think the thing is too, like, can you even thrive in the environment being here? Will you be able to tap into your ultimate potential? Will you be able to, whatever our purpose is in this lifetime, will we be able to tap into that? Will we be able to accomplish that in this said environment,
Because if they accept less, they want everybody around them to accept less.
Exactly, or fit into a box, because we
the
don't.
environment's not okay.
Yeah, and who wants to be the rose that grew from concrete?
Like, oh, that shows dedication, shows like it's meaningful when it's hard. Like, not everything. Life is already difficult. Why just add more side missions?
Yeah, don't get it twisted. Life is always going to be a process. Everything won't be easy. Some things will be harder, but to add unnecessary stress, unnecessary hardship, it's just like, we don't have to do this Like, this doesn't have to be the norm. We don't have to accept the bad things or the cons or the negatives. So like we can change it. We can do better. We can eliminate it. But you know, like I said, remove ourselves from the equation. Just be like, all right, you all got it, you know.
Daydream with me, let your mind explore all the things we were created for. Possibilities, an open door that keeps us reaching out.